detail, but one is entity formation and your business structuring and setting that up right. The second is sort of your corporate governance and what you can do to, once you set it up, maintain it properly. Third is a lot of tax considerations, and there isn't enough time today to go into too much detail about that, but, and the fourth is intellectual property, and your branding is super important and what you can do to protect your intellectual property. And then the fifth is more of a protection sort of thing, but you know, when you take on money, it takes capital, you gotta raise money. What you can, there's securities law considerations, which is just lawyer speak for following a bunch of rules so you don't get in trouble when you take on. So let's start with entity formation and why we do it, why you should do it. And it's basically to, for those who don't know, protect your personal assets from liabilities of the business. So a perfect example is, let's say you own a dispensary and someone comes in and slips and falls and sues you for negligently, whatever, the floor was wet or something. That liability, if you don't have an entity, you're the business. And so if you're sued, your personal assets are all exposed. Your house, your car, 401k, savings account, all that. So if you form an entity, it shields the liabilities of the business from your personal assets. Another thing to think about is not just personal assets, but different business assets. So let's say you have a bunch of different operations. Maybe you have a grow and a processing sort of piece to your business. You might think about separating those two into different entities, so if an employee gets hurt, if there's a more risky operation, someone gets hurt there, you know, your grow assets aren't part of that operation. Same thing, that's why people put real estate into separate entities. Excuse me. So that's entity formation and business structuring. And so once you form an entity, filing articles